Welcome to the Real Hidden Truth. Oh yeah, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. First, I gotta check if we are actually live on every platform that I have. Hold on there, buddy. All right, first we're gonna check. I gotta work on like trying to go live on TikTok. I want to connect it to this, but it's taking a while. But it's okay. So we're live on Facebook. Facebook, we good. Wait, what's this? Interesting. Uh, what? Interesting. We are live. What's going on, everybody? So Facebook is good. Let me check Twitch. We good on Twitch. Now let me check YouTube. You feel me? What's going on YouTube? Where y'all at? We good on YouTube. Copy. We are live. I think I can. Let me see something right quick. I think I can. I don't think I can. I gotta wait until I'm done. All right, then. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Not just yet, buddy. Let me see. All right. Let's do this. I got my tea over here. I'll be drinking my tea, but yeah. Before we get into this live, I would like to give all glory to my Lord, my Savior, and my God, Jesus Christ, the one and only. All right, but we're gonna jump straight into this. Let's do it. My tea's still hot, so I gotta put it aside. I don't want I don't want no marks on my table, man. Take that out. I don't want no mark on my table. Come on, no watermark. Hold on, guys. We got an interesting video today. Oh boy. So it's 3 hours long, so we're gonna do 3 parts, an hour each. I've watched 20 minutes in, then I was like, yo, I am not going to listen to this whole thing without putting it out there like that. You feel me? So I wanted to react to it live. But yeah, let's do this. So this video is titled I toured hell with Satan. Here's what I saw. All right, let's jump into it. Let's do it.
He took me to the main hell, and it would look like a mountains, and it was not mountains. When he zoomed in, it was souls lying on top of each other screaming, and there would be just like demons like sweeping them and like hitting them from time to time. And he was just telling me like, look at this trash. Devil always refer to people as a trash. All those people that hurt you, they're gonna end up here. You're gonna work for me. I'm gonna tell you what to do. You're gonna go and you're gonna. And I was like, no. And then he would be like, you don't understand, you B. I own you already. You already serve me. Who do you think you are?
Imagine living a fast-paced San Francisco lifestyle, relying on spirit guides and witchcraft to fuel your success.
Oh, boy.
But what happens when those guides drop their disguise and become your worst nightmare? That's exactly what happened to my guest, Kasha. She went from being a lifelong atheist to facing violent demonic torment. And desperate for relief, she turned to extreme voodoo rituals, but the darkness only pulled her in deeper. And in this episode, Kasha reveals the chilling moment her soul was dragged to hell to face the devil himself, and the literal, miraculous encounter with Jesus that finally set her free. This conversation was so intense. We ended up talking for nearly 3 hours. We didn't even get to all of my questions today. So there will absolutely be a part 2 of this series. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here's part 1 of my conversation with Kasha. Woo! Enjoy. Kasha, you are deep into witchcraft, tormented by demons, choked in your sleep for over a year, and even taken to hell. So Kasha, you got to tell me more. But I guess for everyone watching and listening, you can kind of zoom out and paint the picture of what your life was like leading up to all those experiences.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Man,
just
let's
by
get
thinking
into
about it. Meet Base 44.
That's quite accurate. So my testimony, maybe I will start just from the beginning, a little bit before the demons revoked. So just have a picture of I was always an atheist. My parents are Catholic, but I was always an atheist all my life. And
hey, I need y'all atheists to watch all 3 parts, all right? We'll make 3 parts of this. I need y'all to watch all 3 parts. Hey, she used to be an atheist.
Even till the end, I was an atheist. I turned to, I had a big depression. So I started having a lot of experiences with just knowing what's going to happen. A lot of I knew that something is around me, So at that point, I started having people reach out to me. I lived in San Francisco. The devil sent me my spiritual advisor who understood me in that matter. So I had a psychic. I actually had a very strong, now I know, a witch from Dominican Republic who's overseeing the territory over there. And she was my friend, and she was giving me a lot of advices how to, navigate to get rid of those things, or, just help me to navigate in my spiritual thing, because I was working in sales. Basically, I was living a San Francisco lifestyle in terms of the partying, in terms of the everything San Francisco-wise. So very strong festival lifestyle. Later on, I turned very deep into the sex-positive movement. So I was a polygamist, polyamorous, just very Sex in the City Samantha Jones life. California, into career, multiple men. I had my spiritual advisor and all kind of stuff. And it got to the point then I got a really good job. I got the job, I was running a sales department for pharmaceuticals for the LGBTQ company. And I was like, wow, finally, because I was an immigrant, I always have different kind of jobs, but I was trying to turn into sales for so long. And suddenly I had a very established, well-known company giving me very high position to basically run the entire Bay Area department, organizing events, organizing. They took me to introduce the sex positives lifestyle to straight people. So a lot of events towards that were planned towards the OnlyFans, promoting just entire sex positive movement, industry situations. And I had underneath me clinics and pharmacies. It was HIV related medications. And when I got that job, I just I got a little bit into healthy lifestyle before I got that job. So I cut everything in my life. I was just very focused. But when I got that job, I got so busy with organizing events and organizing. It's crazy. It was just crazy within the time frame that I just didn't have time to see any of my boyfriends at that time because I was working all the time. So I literally was just going to work, coming back from work, but also like I never did nothing at work because as I work, I'm always sober. That was always the thing like that my parents taught me, like even I was doing weddings and stuff like that, wherever you work, you need to know what's going on at all times. So I just cut all the basically sin from my life. Didn't even knew that this is a sin. And it would be even situations that I would come back home and I would be so exhausted from working and I would have a phone calls from my partners like, hey,
Well, that's the thing about atheists, isn't it? Atheists just believe you just live however you want. There is no such thing as God, which mean if there is no gods, you can get to do whatever you want, like, right? There's no right or wrong, right? Because that's where morality comes from. Right and wrong, you know? Good, bad, all that. So there is no such thing if you're an atheist, right? But they do believe in right or wrong. But when you get into the deep roots of that, where it came from, let me tell you, they lose that debate all the time.
hey, don't worry, you're tired. I'm like, no, I need to sleep, And the devil really tried to like hook me back. And that was the moment when I started having a lot of like weird thoughts that were not me. Because I have a very like strong personality and I know who I am per se. Even that time I knew. And I started having very weird thoughts that was not mine.
There's one major difference between a talk that gets 4,000 views versus a talk that gets 4 million views.
And so I started looking, like it was a thought, like I was really, really tired and there was like a very strong thought, like, go and do this. And I'm like, I'm too tired to do this. And I was like, who am I talking with? Or like really like crazy thoughts, like go please yourself. I'm like, I'm too tired. I'm not in the mood. And I was like, who am I talking with? So that was the moment where I was like, it's weird. And I started having.
She had thoughts. I had feelings. I mean, I had thoughts sometimes too. I had thoughts a lot of times, but before I gave my life to the Lord, I used to have this feeling of end in my life right now. And that feeling would be like, it would make me feel like it'd be okay and it'll feel good to actually end it. It's weird. Like it would push me and I would feel good about like ending it. Every time I drive, I would like have thoughts like, hey, just turn the wheel, just cause an accident right quick. Like literally, like, bro, once I give my life to the Lord, all that, like he saved me from all that. He like, I'm like, I don't even have those kind of thoughts. I don't feel like that anymore, bro. Thank you, Lord.
A lot of nightmares. I was like, okay, those are just the dreams. And I started waking up with wounds all over my body. And they would like heal. So I would put cameras in my house as I sleep, because there was like so many weird stuff happening in my house. Like mirrors, big thing about mirrors. I would walk next to the mirrors and I would see things in the mirrors. So I would like cover them and I'll be like, oh, everything is just fine. Call my spiritual advisor and she would tell me, oh, you have that spirit around you. Like you need to like pause a little bit what you're doing. Like I'm gonna help you, you're gonna work with me.
Look, if it ain't the Holy Spirit, it's evil.
And I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm such in the middle of like building up my career right now that I don't have time to like fly in there or fly in that, I can't do it right now, So that was they were really trying for me to like, get me into like flying to Haiti, but there was like a hurricane or something. Like they really
She's talking about Haiti. Is her accent. That's why she said like that. IT. That's actually how I would say Haiti in Creole. IT.
tried to get me into like basically deeper stuff at that time. I didn't know what was happening, but I was just like so focused on that job. And then, the things start getting so like intense in my apartment. Because I would wake up with like I would have a dream that somebody is beating me up, and I would wake up with like a marks all over my back, like somebody actually beat me up. And I would take pictures of it, and I would be like, oh my God, I'm losing my mind, So I put the cameras in my house, 4 different cameras that's supposed to record for like 3 minutes videos, but after 20 seconds, they will always cut off and there'll be a voice on the camera, like audible voice. I'll be sitting and I'll be telling, well, this weird thing is saying this and this, but I was like,
You know how many people that goes to like therapy or go to the authority and they tell them they hearing things, they see things. They label these people as crazy. And bro, they're not crazy, but the situation is crazy, She's telling us this. Now a lot of people would say she's crazy, would put the label on her as she's crazy. But no, that's the reality of it. Imagine how many people is in like mental institutions just because they were in the spiritual, they were seeing and hearing things from the spiritual realm, supernatural things. We live in a natural world, and you got the supernatural, which means that it's more real than the natural world. And it's crazy, man. They put these people on meds, dumb them down, calm them down. But no, man, it's a gift from the Lord. When you don't have the Lord, hey, you're gonna be scared for sure. When you're not living with the Lord, for the Lord, you're gonna be scared for sure.
like, oh, it's not true. I will just live my life, And there will be an audible voice on the camera speaking like, your mind, you're never gonna leave me. Who do you think you are? I love you so much. And in the same time, my spiritual advisor would tell me, oh, you have this spirit, like he loves you so much. He want to protect you for life, And I was just like, this is like too crazy. Like I just work. Can you just please do everything to get rid of this thing? Because it's just annoying. And I would just like push through like normal, like in Savi community, there's like this thing that if you be
I'm not gonna lie, that would scare me. The only reason she's not scared is because she don't know anything about the spiritual realm. Cause in her mind, she might think, oh, maybe it's a good spirit, even though it's annoying. I want you to get rid of it. But me, I know, hey, if it's not God, it's the opposite. It's unclean. It's evil. And one thing I know, when it comes to God, when God appears to you or an angel, something godly appears to you, they're gonna let themselves be known. And if whatever it is not letting themselves be known, hey, the fear that would come over me, that happened to me before. That fear, like, boy, let me tell you, getting kidnapped by the cartel and get chopped up pieces by pieces, that fear is not you can't even compare. It's not even comparable to the fear that I felt. When you feel that fear from the spiritual realm, that fear when you're not protected by God, boy, nothing on earth can compare to that fear. No fear on earth can compare to that fear. And it's crazy.
believe it is true. So I was just like, oh, it's not there.
I
You know
gotta
what I
eat
mean?
this.
So I
Oh.
would be pretending like, oh, everything is just fine, you know. I would be going on the event with like a box, and something would like almost like hit me. I would lay on the floor, and I would just like pick up the stuff and stand up. What happened? Oh no! I just have a
By the way, I'm eating some ginger. Ooh.
back pain, you know. And I literally would feel like something like literally hit me, you know. And was but I would be like, oh, this is only in my head, you know. And I went that time. I was sent to work at Burning Man, so I went to Burning Man to work. And the things start getting so intense over there. Like I start seeing demons around, and it would be just like I was the biggest fan of a great festival events. Okay, I loved the art part of it. I was a friend of the. I loved it, and everybody were always saying Burning Man is gonna be like a wedding for you. I left after 4 days. It got so intense.
Burning Man is a festival, right?
It's like people, it was just extremely intense, and the devil tried everything to pull me to that certain healing camps, to get me friends from spirituality who were like, oh my God, you have that special gift. You should come to us for a weekend for the mountains. We're going to teach you how to navigate it. And I was like, I'm sorry, I just like live normal, you know?
No, this
But it was
thing is
getting very
hard.
intense. And when I came back, I was like, the torment was like more intense. And I was still like neglecting it until my neighbor, she came from upstairs, which is neighbors in California. Trust me, they don't even say hi to you, you know? Everybody mind their own business.
Really?
And she came to me and she's like, what's happening in your apartment? And I'm like, I have no idea what you talk about because nothing is happening in my apartment, you know? And she's like, well, I hear weird stuff from your apartment.
Oh boy.
And look at your doors. And my doors, they look like a flame around it. Like there's a fire,
What?
there's a fire inside of them. Like they were marked. Like literally, I looked at my doors and they were like all like it was like a fire inside of it, like a, you know, and you could see. And then I realized, okay, like I have a problem, you know, because I was neglecting, and I was like, okay, I have a very serious problem. That those things, it's not like my imagination, you know, it's not like.
The thing is, when you're not living for Christ, you scared to go to the authority. You scared to probably even go to therapy. I'm talking about people that live in the world, you know, that they don't know they have to go to the church and ask for help. Even if they do, they don't want to go because they watch movies and exorcism. They don't want to end up like in that state where they get possessed, and then they gotta get like exorcism do on them. So it's like it's a whole different level of ball game right there. You can't just go to anybody. This is not something you get advice for and go fix it yourself.
It's just I have something like I just got serious about it, you know. I got scared. That was the first time because I was like, okay, but I got really, really scared about the things that were actually happening. You know, the reality of the situation hit me when I realized it was not only like my imagination. Okay, on cameras you had the voice, but there were different like spiritual advisors who were giving a different explanation of it that made sense. You know. And when the third party came in and told me, I look at your doors, that was like a visible evidence for other people.
Remember, she started off like she was an atheist. But the thing is, after seeing and hearing things, she's going to all the wrong places to find answers, you know? That's what I mean. When you're living in the world, hey, you're gonna be scared to go to the authority therapy. Not that therapy and authority will help you, because obviously they're gonna put that stigma on you that you're crazy, but really you're not. That's just the reality you live in. You feel me? Oh, your spiritual eyes are open, and hey, she's going all to the wrong places to get answers.
people that there's something very, very wrong going on in my apartment, in my life in general, you know?
I have a 134 IQ. I make less money than friends who barely passed high school. Here's
So I started seeking per se, and almost kind of, I talked to somebody and somebody told me that this might be, you know, like a devil and demons. I was like, yeah, because I was like an ex-Buddhist. I actually lived in the temple in Thailand. I have tattoos from them on my back, you know? So I was like, I was a Buddhist atheist still, so I believed in the spirits coming around and all that Buddhist.
You don't believe in God. So yeah. So there's different kind of atheists. I thought atheists don't believe in the spiritual realm at all. Yeah. Let me know, man. Let me know in the comments. I don't know. Maybe it's different type of atheists, you know?
Agenda, you know? Or maybe you need to, I don't know, meditate more or something. Like, I don't have time to meditate. I'm sorry, I can meditate after I'm done with this event. This, you know, it was like very like this. So somebody told me, like, you know, that it might be like a devil situation. So I started
Oh
looking,
boy.
because my parents are Catholic, I started looking like for a Catholic church. I started Googling, searching for like the exorcism and stuff like that. And I got an appointment because in a Catholic church, you need to go through the evaluation.
Come on. Hey. Yo. Now I started to think maybe God should give like people that are atheists spiritual, like when it comes to like what I was gonna say. You know what she's going through, like spiritual experiences. Maybe they'll start believing because she's an atheist now. She's starting to see things and hear things now. She gotta go to people that believe in God, to people that believe in like demons and stuff, you know?
And after the evaluation, they set you an appointment with somebody who are appointed for that ministry. They have like the entire procedure about it. So I got an appointment. It's very hard to get in California, by the way. I got an appointment with some bishop in 2 months. That was the closest appointment. So till that time, it was extremely intense. It was extremely intense. I would be like choked. I would see a demon like open up my chest in the middle of the night and closing it, and I would feel like the massive pain. I would see the things like in a mirror. I would wake up, like I have composite veneers, and I would just spill out one of my teeth. Just like that. So it got like extremely, extremely intense in that like 2 months. And I would I didn't know what's going on at all, you know? And when the appointment supposed to came up, this particular person went on a coffee with somebody and they just canceled the last minute. So then it's determined we're like, so.
Yet the Lord called us to cast out demons and help others. She's in need and she have to make an appointment with the church. This is crazy. We're supposed to be there as soon as people like this need us as Christians, Christ followers. We're supposed to be there for them. But yet people have to make appointment. Bro, you know how crazy that is? Not only that, the person canceled to go have coffee. Yo, bro, that tells you like all you need to know about the church. Obviously, I'm not talking about every single church in the world, you know, but bro, it's crazy.
Heavy that I was just like, I just need to get rid of it somehow, you know? And my spiritual advisor, at the same time, she was sending me more people in. So she would try to fly me into New York to meet up with the voodoo person because she said like they have stronger spirits to get rid of that bad.
You see? She went to the Catholic priest. He canceled. Now she's going to literally the wrong places. Yeah, this is crazy.
spirit,
She
and
got
they're
a
gonna
good
give you good
testimony. I'll say that.
spirits. You know, and she was trying like everything. She was sending me stuff for the rituals from Haiti, and I would do those rituals, whatever crazy rituals of like bathing my body to take the spirits out of some solution, pick the solution up to the jar, running to the closest corner, throwing on your left shoulder, run, not looking back at all, closing your doors as fast as possible.
By the way, she is not lying. The weird things you have to do. Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's why most people think people that see, hear things in the spiritual realm, they think people like this are crazy, but they're not. We're not, you know? It's just we operate from the spiritual sense of things, from the spiritual view of things, you know? And that's how life's supposed to be. We're not supposed to be focusing on the physical. Yes, we live in the physical realm, but we're spiritual first, you know? Our body is physical. We carry a body. We don't carry a soul. We are a soul. When people say, I have a soul, I don't get it. You don't have a soul. You are the soul. You have a body, but you don't have a soul. You are the soul. You know? I wish most people would think in that point of view, then like, yeah, the spiritual realm it's weird. Like, it's so weird. Like, I did a lot of like witchcraft and voodoo, like the weird things you have to do. I did spells and stuff like that. The weird things warlocks will ask you to do, you would be like, what? Yeah, you have to do them, and whatever you ask for will come to pass, will come true.
To leave the spirit somewhere there, you know, because they explain, or you just wash it off from your body, then you capture it in a jar, and then, you know, you throw it over there so it needs to go away. And I would do that, and it would be good for like 3 days. 3 days I'll have no torment. I'll be like, oof, I could sleep back, you know, for like 3 days. Everything would be better, but after that, it would get way, way worse.
Yes, that's how the enemy trick you. You get into more bondage, you know? But when it comes to Jesus, when he free you from that, you free indeed, and no coming back. Yo. It's bondage. Like, people go to voodoo priests and do witchcraft to heal their self, or heal, get money, heal their body, whatever they do. But let me tell you, it will come back 10 times worse than it was before. Yo, I am speaking from experience, by the way.
Like I would like walk and I would be still working. Okay. I would be still working. I would be going to my clinics and pharmacies for 5 minutes, just giving orders. And they're like, oh my God, she's so great. She knows how to navigate this job. She comes, she say what to do, and she just leaves, you know? And it would be a lot of different stuff on the way. Also, like I would find a voodoo altar in our clinic.
Oh boy.
What if getting your master's degree in ministry didn't mean putting your life on hold? What if it worked with your calling?
You know?
Hey, the devil was working overtime to get her on his side. But hey, the Lord always wins. Hey, God is the winner. Always. And that's for eternity.
The all wickedness of my life, I would say like this, the all wickedness of my condition of my life, God would just show me what is what. That everything in my life, I didn't know at that time because I didn't believe in nothing, you know, and I had a hatred, extreme hatred towards God. So he would just show me all the elements of like how it operated per se in my life. because all those spiritual stuff start popping so much at the time. And I started working with my spiritual advisor. She gave me that priest. So I started working with a Tanzanian voodoo priest to help me get rid of the spirits, because my appointment got canceled with the Catholic people, wherever. My goal was to get rid of it. That was the only
Think about it. You going to a demon worshiper to free you from a demon. You know? To me, that's not a deception. Like, just use your brain as a common sense. But when you're not living for the Lord, common sense is out the window.
goal. My only goal was to get better. My only goal was to get rid of it and not to wake up like that. So I would daily do different kind of things just to be able to be normal. You know, even if it's from time to time it would hit me, or all nights I would not sleep, it would choke me. I was all the time just like, you know, with this job, like, you know, like make it finally, you know, keep the ball rolling for myself, you know, in US, and just like have like a regular lifestyle per se, you know. And I ended up working with him, which he did a lot of like, I think he did like 3 rituals for me. He never used any of my blood. And he was telling me that, oh, those are not bad spirits, you know, those are good spirits. You know, you need to
The
understand, you know, I was a
deception.
Buddhist, you need to understand that we need to take off the ones that are bad, and we're going to give you the ones that are good, that they're going to serve you, then they're going to guard you.
What you mean, give me? Man, take all of it. Take the bad and don't give me the good. Don't give me the good or the bad. Just take everything. You know? This lady just wanted to be free, bro. Like, that's the thing. When it comes to the devil, like, bro, you think you gonna walk in here and we gonna the devil don't free you. You're not gonna free you. He don't have that power. He gonna just keep you in bondage. The lady just wanted to be free. Not that warlock talking about we gonna take these bad ones and we gonna put some good ones. No, how about you take the bad ones and I don't want anything. You know? But it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. She's just keep on getting into more bondage.
And
Crazy.
you're not going to have any of the things that you're experiencing. So we're going to be able, with those rituals, take the ones that you have and give you the ones good that we have, like the ones that are underneath me.
Man, I don't
You
need none
know,
of
from
that.
time to time,
You
you're going
know?
to need to do something, but,
This is
you know,
crazy,
those
man.
episodes that you have, they're going to stop. That's
But people choose to turn away from reality. This is reality, man. People are going to going or having these experiences every day. This is, you see, in Haiti, this is common. Like, this is common. This happens every day. Like, every day this is happening, what she's talking about right now, like trading spirits, going to the voodoo priest. This is happening every day, nonstop in Haiti. It's happening here too. You're just not seeing it. Actually, it is in front of you, but it's masked well in America. In America, they portray witches as good. It's crazy. Like, when bro, let me tell you, when I came here in this country, the things that are normalized, man, and I see why there's going to be a whole lot of people that goes to hell, and I'm like, oh man. I remember I used to be like scared because I knew like a lot of people was going to hell, but I'm like, man, am I gonna be one of those people? Cause like I never knew how dark this world was until God opened my eyes. Then I'm like, yo, People are just deceived. They don't know it. They think they're all good. They think they good. They go to church. They do good here and there. Bro, you're gonna go to hell. Ask God to open your eyes to the truth. If you don't want to end up there, don't take a chance. Don't trust yourself thinking that, oh, I'm a good person. I do this. I don't hurt nobody. Don't trust yourself. Don't trust that thought. It's not your thought. That thought wants you to be comfortable. Don't be comfortable. Ask God to open your eyes, to show you the truth, to lead you towards the truth and lead you away from lies and deception. A deception doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a deception. It feels like normal. It feels normal, but once God opened your eyes, and then you see how deep of a deception you was in, you're gonna be shocked.
For sure, I can assure you. And I was even asking him when I'm gonna go to hell. He was like laughing. He's like, no, it doesn't. It's nothing like that. He was, I mean, it's nothing like that. It doesn't. Heaven, hell. No, it's nothing like that. It's all just about spirits.
Yeah, that's how the warlocks talk. They just buttering you up. That's all they doing. It's crazy. And like, I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming the warlocks because they themselves are deceived. Literally, they deceived too. That's crazy.
You know. So it was the first moment when I started actually believing in how you say it, believing in that the hell and heaven exist, like in the concept. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, I tried a little bit of like Catholic Church, but maybe, maybe he's right. They explain you very well. The people who work for the devil, they work with each other. That's something that
Yep.
is opposite to the church right now. Church is getting divided. The Satanists are getting together. So they don't have a problem to send you to another spiritualist,
Yep.
another branch of
She's
another,
right.
more demons to pump in. To help you because they understand you, and they always lie, So I ended up like with him. We did like two or three rituals with him. It was extremely expensive per se. And what he would do, those rituals, those demons would come to my house, but they would be very friendly. You know what I mean? They would be like, oh,
Hey, they playing the long game. They playing the long game. The moment they get a chance to end your life, because that's all they doing. They just want to get that one chance for you to pass away, and then boom, you died outside of Christ. Boom, you go to hell, and then they take you there. Like, that's how it is. They playing the long game. Because people, when they think about demons, they think it's always scary. Sometimes it is scary, but no, they playing the long game. They're smarter than you. You're nothing. Your intelligence cannot compare to a spiritual being. They know everything, bro. Yo, in the spiritual realm, you know everything. It's because we're in this carnal body and mind. We cannot, like, it's impossible to carry too much information in our thoughts, you know? That's why it's hard to learn stuff, especially hard things. But in the spiritual realm, you know everything. But yeah, they know everything. Like, they playing the long game. They trying to get you to hell. So they gon' want to be friendly until that one chance they can get to take your life. They take it. You open that door, boom, they take your life, and then it's over with. They take you where you belong.
you get out and you get out and you get out. We are now her friends, like it's like I would be lying on my bed. It would be to the point, the torment would be to the point that I would be half paralyzed on my bed. and they would be almost like feeding out of me, choking me, and I would have wounds all over my body. Sometimes they would rape me. It just like, it would be like, and it would be an experience when I would be like, oh, it was just a dream. Yeah, but I would be bleeding out of myself.
That's crazy.
I can't believe the sleep apnea pillow exists. So I almost made the dumbest mistake of my life.
And I would be like, this is impossible. You know what I mean? Like, there would be like a physical trace on my body of the things that were like, per se, like happening. So they gave me a little bit of, he did those rituals, which one ritual, like, it was an animal ritual, but another one I can just talk about so people can have a perception of stuff. He used the baby blood. And I was even asking him, you're gonna kill the baby? You know, and he was like, no, it doesn't work like that. No, of course you're not killing the baby. No, we have a hospital when we have nurses inside, and when the babies are being born, they just like take a syringe and they just pick up a little bit of blood and we just pay them.
Y'all hearing this? I already know these things happens, but I'm asking y'all, are y'all hearing this? I know all the things that is going on with Epstein. I forgot his first name, but the Epstein dude, they eat them little ones. I'll tell you that for sure. People won't believe it because it's so evil. But bro, that's the kind of being they're serving. The devil. Like, oh boy.
It was like $5,000 for the baby blood. He's like, absolutely, we're not killing them. No. We just have a deal. We have people who work in this and this unit, and they just pick up this in a syringe and they bring to us, and we can have it on the altar. And for
they making you feel good. They want you to be comfortable with it. They're lying to you. That's what they do. Bro, if people truly knew how evil this world was.
6-7 hours you connect to the gods, different gods, and you know, the ones that we have from our ancestors, like you have from your ancestors some too, right? And you know, and I was like, will it hurt the baby? And he's like, no, absolutely not. But it needs to be blood involved because of the how serious your case is. You know, like I didn't realize I had
this is crazy.
I was married to a demon because of making a tattoos in time.
That's one of the biggest sacrifice like somebody can make to like the devil, hurting a baby, you know. And this go back way back when people used to, not used to, they still do, like sacrifice little ones to Moloch. Still happening now. They do it with a pill.
Island for the life, because of the lifestyle, another spiritual tattoo. So the deeper you get into like spiritual stuff, suddenly somebody you know, talk to you in some party and like, oh my god, you remind me of this and this. You know, the witches are encountering more and more, and like it's almost like the more demons you get for you per se, right? Even if you don't know those are demons, but through your lifestyle. And the more you work for the devil, not even knowing you work for the devil, because the higher you are in the hierarchy of the hell on earth. And the more you do for him, even if you're not, don't believe in him, if you're not a Satanist, but your actions, you know, by your actions.
Yep. You worshiping him, your actions. You don't have to believe in the devil for you to worship him. Your action proves it. You get angry at people. You like hurting people with your words. You're hurting people's feelings. You're worshiping your father, Satan.
The more demonic influence you have on a bigger group of people, the later somebody come in, oh, you should go here, make this tattoo, this tattoo. It's all like the marks of like who is who, like a general, or I don't know, like you in the ladder of of Satan on earth. And we
Crazy.
know each other by a lot of times by the tattoos later on. As the demon comes back by the tattoos. So when you have a meetup of a lot of people on a festival, a lot of people, you look at their tattoos, you know who is kind of like the highest per se. So if there's something that they need to do, who we need to listen to, you know, in certain ways. So for example, like I was organizing LGBTQ events, sex positive movement. I made the after pill for women for free in California.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just
Age 44.
Because I believed in that ideology at that time. Freedom, woman, you know, all that stuff. And so I didn't even knew, because I didn't believe in the devil, that I was working for the devil. So in between, I had a lot of people in different events, loving me so much, you know, directing me to different people and different interesting ideas. And a tattoo I got for free that connected me to my Slavic ancestors, you know what I mean? Like to claim like a kind of like a Slavic land as mine, you know what I mean? like my that it's kind of like that. And later on you meet them, you know, and there's a lot of like festivals and stuff like that. And you meet, for example, people from 6 different places of the world saying, oh, my mother, she's like Kurdian, so I have those are my spirits. Oh, you're from Poland, so yours are Slavic spirits. That means that you're going to have a strong influence over there to help other people, you know? So, and you remind so much, like, you should get this tattoo because it's really you, like, look at your this. And, you know, and later on, you know, as I was going through a lot of different stuff, and I was in Thailand. I went to Thailand to discover myself, because that's, you know, everybody needs to discover themselves, you know, nowadays. So I went there and I lived with the monks for like as much as they let me live with them, because they don't let everybody to live with them. They have that thing that once in a while they open the monastery and they let couple people to go and live with them for like a week. So they did tattoo in my back, you know, and all like more initiations. Basically, they pump up a lot of demons in me. And I felt it right away, in a way that when they finish, I felt like it's almost like you feel like that, I don't know, that high, you know? And people were like, oh, you look different, you know? And I didn't even knew, because it was like a tattoo, and they were asking me like, what do you want for this tattoo, you know? And I was like, oh, you know, I just want a protection from bad people, because I was going through a period in life when I was like very like isolated. A lot of rejection, a lot of past partners, like a lot of just never-ending betray from people. They wanted to use me a lot of times, get me, help them with this, help them with that, just like I guess regular things, you know. I helped establish a lot. It's just a lot, especially a lot of jealous women in my life who are constantly trying to sleep with my partner or partners. Never ending, you know, never ending cycle of that. And I was just knocking out and trying to check out what I do wrong in life, you know what I mean? What I need to change. So that's how I ended up in that, you know. Of course, like New Age, zodiac signs, astrology, you know, like I don't really I don't consider it as a real witch, you know. It is dangerous, right? You invite spirits, but it is not a real witchcraft. I'm sorry, to all the respect to everybody with their testimonies, but you know, we're talking about like a real witchcraft when you meet up the people from like, you know, like blood sacrifices, and just like the people with like an actual high.
She's talking about the higher level witchcraft. They are real witchcraft, but they're not on the level of like sacrificing a little one, you know. There's levels to this, but you still serving Satan, though. You feel me?
Higher influence, I would say, you know, like the higher influence, I would say, because the devil's looking for the anointed people of God, and he's doing everything to switch it, you know. And I got very hooked into a lot of stuff where, you know, like I was definitely, you know, I never been like full-blown like drug addict. I tried party drugs, majority to stay awake, to be able to work. Because I was working, even right now, I think I have that thing, you know, I work a lot, you know, and with the events, and I would have like 300 people each event or more, that I need to go and talk to every single one of them, you know, give them gifts. Hi, how are you? Oh my God, you're so sweet, you know. You need to come to our clinic. Yes, of course. Oh, you know, and situations like that. And it would be two things when I was like, the things in my job got very crash and burn. And that was the time when I really, God's really called me hardcore to him. Because the thing that was holding me all the time in San Francisco, because it's very territorial too, and continue to do all that stuff, was the job. You know, because it was like a dream job per se for me that time. You know, immigrant, no connections, suddenly very high position, company card, just events, not only in Bay Area. I would fly into LA, I would fly into San Diego. We're supposed to fly to Las Vegas, you know, like just like a fun job, easy per se job, you know, for me as a person who likes to talk to people, very good money. And we had the time when my boss, he told me, Akasha, like they made up pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
That was the moment when I was just like, I don't mind. I was like, you know, XYZ, my boss person, you know, I don't mind, but like practically, I don't know how I'm going to work with it, you know? I was like, I don't know, like, because like, what are we supposed to do with this pronoun? You telling me, first of all, they made a video call one day and they introduced us to this. And they said that now we're going to promote this because we're going to switch to promoting injectables. We used to do injectables for HIV, and now we're going to, and injectables is the highest commission. So everybody want to sell injectables. And he started introducing us to like testosterone and estrogen.
I am in love.
I woke up to a new friend.
Because it was okay, first pronouns, and later you just gonna, you know, I was like, you know, I was very like woke per se. I don't know how to say it, you know, not get politic, but I was very like into, even right now I evangelize, I love LGBTQ community. I love to go and talk to them about Jesus. That's my thing, you know. I just love them, you know. I mean, I don't know. I just have that thing that they're artists, you know. We very relate very, very easily. And my boss, he was like, "No, are you gonna go to schools?" And I was like, wait a second. Like, I was like, no. I'm laughing about it. I was like, no. Like, what do you mean I'm gonna go to schools? He's like, yeah, you're gonna go to schools and you're gonna make presentations, you know. And I'm like, you want me to go to high schools and to the presentations, like about pronouns and about like, you want me to talk about?
Oh boy, started to sound like Erica's testimony too. Hey, but Erica did it when she was a kid. She was promoting all that LGBTQ stuff while she was going to school, and the enemy taught her to do that. You see, it doesn't matter which country you are, what color you are. There's no different devil. It's the same devil and the same God, okay? Like,
Next to kids? This is pedophilia. You know, I'm Polish. I'm like, this is pedophilia. Like, I cannot talk about this kind of stuff, not talking about sex. I understand talking about the STDs, because that's not what we do. We help people, you know, to prevent. We promote I was one of my titles, depending on the place where they would send me, I would have a different job title. So I would be safety sex consultant. For example, I would be, a sales representative. I would be, fighting for human rights. Depending on the place that I would send, I would have like kind of like a different like position on the name tag, and to gather more people to come to the clinic to get the STD testing, HIV testing, and to put them on meds, so they wouldn't get HIV.
What?
But it was related directly with they need to sleep with multiple partners without protection to do it. So it was promoting sex positive lifestyle.
This is crazy.
So that moment when he told me like I'm gonna go and even like I told him like how you want me to do events. At the beginning of the events, I barely remember who is straight, girl, or bi. And now you want me to remember who identify as who? Like, whenever I would make a mistake, there would be a massive trauma and argue. And when you take somebody on the side and apologize, I'm so sorry, I forgot you are today a trans person. Today you've been a bi, today you're trans, and I love them. They're awesome, what I mean? But and God would work on me a lot because I would be always I would do event. I would have other people taking care of like them having a good time.
Oh yeah. I want to end it right here. So this is part 1. So basically, I think I'm going to do 4 parts of this, all right? Because it's 3 hours long, I'm going to do 4 parts of this. So right now, we stopped at 33 minutes. The age that the Lord died. 33 minutes. So I'm going to remember that. I'm going to leave it right here, actually. But yeah. We got more. Get ready for part 2 next week. All right, guys. But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet and hit that notification bell so y'all can stay notified every time I upload a video or every time I go live. All right. But other than that, subscribe to the channel, man. But I'm gonna catch y'all in the next live next week. You will get notified if you do hit that notification bell, so it shouldn't be a problem. But hey, I'm gonna catch y'all next week, the next live. I am out. Peace.